It's so hard to say goodbye to Vlogmas. That's right, friends. Today is the last day of Vlogmas for me, and it's also the last day that I plan on posting on YouTube for the year. That doesn't mean that I don't have more content or more things to share. That just means that your girl does not want to ever hit burnout when it comes to creating content on these YouTube streets. And if I'm not careful, then I might end up getting there. So this video, we're going to be doing the very much so awaited, okay, so it might not actually be awaited because no one said to me, hey girl, I'm really waiting for you to do this like manifestation board on Canva. But in my head, all 18, almost 19,000 of you, 18, almost 1,900 of you, but you know, we're going to speak that into existence. Yes. Are readily awaiting for me to go ahead and publish this here. Before we get into that, I do just want to talk a little bit about Vlogmas. So with that, let's go ahead and get this video started. If you are new here, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aronica Cole, and this is my channel where I talk about sewing mainly, but I'm also a mom. I'm also kind of just crafty all over, but I'm also a business coach, and I focus on small businesses for creative business owners. And in addition to that, I do a lot of coaching. And part of the coaching, this is what we're getting into today, is building out that manifestation board, following up with 2 previous videos as far as content goes. But before we get into that content, I do just want to touch on just kind of the things that I've taken away from doing Vlogmas. The first thing is that in order for you to be consistent, you don't have to be perfect. And that for me has been a game changer. I was just on the phone with my girlfriend and I was telling her that my goal was not to become like this like world-renowned vlogger or like YouTuber. My goal was to show myself that I could create content consistently and post it even if it's not perfect. That is hard for me. I'm not saying I'm a perfectionist, but I'm an excellentist. I always want to make sure that everything that I create is excellent. And sometimes I tend to overthink that, and then I end up not posting anything at all. And I know that a lot of you can relate to that. So I'm hoping that as I have shared videos where there are mistakes, where I have not seamlessly gone through a pattern, where I have stuttered or stumbled over my words, will encourage you to go ahead and get out there and create the content, even if it's not perfect, right? The second thing was diversifying my content and also being really comfortable with that. Yes, when you're getting on YouTube, you should have a hardcore niche, right? But I'm creating content not niche based. I'm creating content for a specific person. And while yes, sewing is my main content, if we're talking about that person, sewing is not the only thing that they do. They are also achieving goals. They are also looking to manifest more. They are also looking to have some kind of balance with sewing and life and motherhood or fatherhood, that sort of thing. And so understanding that my niche is, of course, sewing or like lifestyle content, but that also might mean that my audience is interested in some of the other things that your girl is interested in, and that's okay too. The other thing that I got really comfortable with is really just like recording and being in front of the camera. I know that this probably comes as a surprise to many people, but I'm not the most comfortable in front of cameras. I know that I put myself in front of cameras. I love sewing live. I like to do those sorts of things, but all of that is practice so that I can have less anxiety when it comes time for me to do it. And I'm finding that the more I create for YouTube, the easier it is actually for me to create for other platforms as well. Why? Because YouTube, like, we got to be edited on here. We can't have like that much music in the background, which means that we've got to fill it in with good noise, right? Noise that people want to hear, i.e. having really good conversation or being able to like put together your thoughts in a way that makes it so that people want to follow along with you. And that for me has been a little bit of a growth opportunity for me, because like one of the things that I love on TikTok is that I can turn on like whatever is on my Spotify and vibe out, right? I can't do that on YouTube. On YouTube, I do have to make sure that I am being mindful about the music that I'm using, especially because your girl is monetizing, okay? We're getting money. We're getting paper, okay? And one of the other things that I am learning is about the style of my content, right? One of the things that I am not is super formal. It's not me. It's never been for me. It's never going to be for me. But I do like to have a certain aesthetic, right? Especially like with covers and stuff like that. So publishing the covers for Vlogmas has been a little bit of a challenge for me because after about the first week, I began to hate the cover photo, but I was like, I gotta stick to it because now it's like branded content for me. But that also means that during my time off, I'm going to actually go through and create some templates for my thumbnails that I really feel like speak to who I am as a creator and that I can consistently create without feeling the pressure or feeling stifled. So those are some really great takeaways that I've had from Vlogmas. I've really enjoyed sharing about things that I do with my family as well as sewing with you, and I hope that you all have enjoyed this content. With that though, let's go ahead and jump into today's content. So the previous video, the first video that we did, we actually went ahead and did a review of 2023, right? We asked some hard questions. We took a deep dive. Then we took a look into what it is that we want to manifest. And I spoke about how you should begin with the end in mind, right? And that is one of my favorite habits of the 7 habits of highly successful people. Begin with the end in mind. So I created statements that I would be able to say at the end of 2024. Now, to prepare for my Canva board, what I did do is I went ahead and I just kind of put this in a little mind map for me. Now, I do love a bullet journal and I love to like do hand lettering and stuff like that. So of course my shit is extra. So we're going to take this and we're going to go ahead and apply this to Canva and creating our manifestation board. Now, before you ask, is a vision board the same thing as manifestation board? Yes and no. For some people, simply having the vision for something is enough, and having a visual reminder is enough for people. But because I'm specifically looking to manifest things in 2024, I wanted to do something a little bit different because I'm going to be having my affirmations on there. I'm going to be having specific goals on there, not just simply, oh yes, I would like for this to happen. No. Like, I feel like the manifestation board is taking the vision board to the next level because at the end of 2024, like I'm trying to be crossing these things off. Right? Like I'm trying to be that specific. I feel like a vision board, you can plan between 1 to 5 years out on your vision board. My manifestation board, y'all, no. It's 2024. That's it. Right? And of course, if we have some rollover goals, cool. But I'm looking specifically to attain these goals by the end of 2024. And so that's the difference between the manifestation board and the vision board. So I'm going to be going ahead and logging into Canva. We're going to switch over to screen recording as I build this out in Canva, just to make it easy for you, especially if you're kind of new to working with Canva. And then I'm going to actually be sending mine to Walgreens to go ahead and have that picked up. Why? Because that is who I have my photo account with, who you can also have it printed through Canva. And I think if it works for you, that works for you. I love that for you. But for me, I'm just going to go through Walgreens because I'm going to stick with what I know. And I'm going to be putting it up in this area right here so that I can see it daily. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with the next part of our video. Head and open up let's go to the templates and we're going to go ahead and open up a presentation. And so I'm just going to go ahead with this 16 by 9. I'm not going to use any of the templates. We're just going to start out with the basics. And again, my goal is for this to be put onto a whiteboard. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with some elements for the background. I love florals, so I'm going to go ahead and find some pretty floral backgrounds. Floral background. I do love how Canva has really kind of like made this super easy. Like you can, I'm going to take a look at what these photos are hitting on. Oh, I kind of like this. I like how you can use the AI to create something, but I'm looking for something that is giving soft life, but artsy. Like this. This I feel like is beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and set that image as my background because this is in essence going to be my canvas. Ooh, actually, let's go with this one. right? Is that the same thing? It kind of looks like it's from the same painting, but it looks a little different. Let's go ahead and set this one as the best. No, you know, let's keep it. Let's keep what we have. And so my word, I do have a word for the year that, of course, my love, um, Julian gave to me. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and let's take a look at these font combinations, see if there's anything that's inspiring to me. And I'm going to put my word of my year in the middle. I think I like how, because I'm also trying to think about how it's going to look when it's printed. I like how this XOXO is looking. And so I'm going to just put my recoup in here. And so, oh, I'm loving how this is looking already, but I think I'm going to do a different color scheme for that because I think it needs to have a little bit more contrast here. I think I like the yellow. And then I'm going to go underneath the effects and possibly see about playing with this as well. Let's just see here. Ooh, I like that. Let's see what this looks. Ooh, that is giving. I like it with the white, but I think I'm going to change my outer color to being this pink. Okay, so recoup is my word of the year. And that's going to be in the middle. And then I'm also going to add 2024. Because again, this is very specific to 2024. Text. And then I want my 2024 to be in a script that's like this cheers. I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this and I'm going to delete this extra font here and just put in 2024. And then I want my font to be in this white color. And then I do also want an effect here. I'm going to just go ahead and drop a little shadow situation there. My shadow is going to be pink, and then I want my transparency to be bumped up. But I think that I want that yellow instead. And so that looks good to me. So I'm going to just put recoup 2024 for me up here. Now, even though I love how bright this background is, I am going to take my transparency down just a little bit. I still want to be able to see it come through, but because now I'm going to get ready to build out some things. So I want to, again, specifically, I'm looking for $250,000 next year. So 250,000. Let's just see what images we come up for that. And I'm just looking for images because while yes, I'm going to put I'm going to put, of course, the likes. Okay, I don't need that. I'm going to just put the number in here. So let's go ahead and put 250 to 3. And this is my financial goal right here. I'm also going to add an effect here. Just make that white. I'm bumping up that transparency just to increase the contrast so that I can see it better. So specifically underneath here, there are some things that I would like to do, but instead of actually putting that here, like the specific things, again, I'm manifesting certain things. One of the things that I would like to do is travel with my family. So family travel. And just taking a look at this, I am going to actually, let's see. For me, it's big to have like the pictures of what it is that I'm looking, that I wanted to to look like. You know what I mean? And it's important to me that they are Black people. Because I'm Black. Ah, I love this. Let's see. Yes, this is the energy we trying to have right here. And we're putting this up here. Why? Because with the $250,000, one of the reasons why I would like to manifest it is to be able to travel more. I want to charities, donating to charities is something that is important to me. Being able to give. I feel like the more blessings I receive, the more I'm able to bless others. Something that is very important. And I'm trying to take a look and envision what my life would be like. Slow living. I love the way that this looks. Maybe not quite that, but I like the way that this looks. I even like how this looks with the book. Love this for us right here. With $250,000, I would be able to pay off my debt. Debt free. Yes. Come on, Black couple. I don't know if that is what I'm looking for as far as illustrating debt free though. So let's see here. I don't know if I necessarily want any more words, but let's see. I think we're going to just kind of, yeah, I think we're going to just use the words. Let's see what, try an example. Generate the image, sure. Let's see what Canva is giving us. Not really kind of giving me what I would like. So we'll just go back. Yeah, that's not really giving me what I would like. Thank you for trying Magic Media. I like this one. This one is cute. I would kind of like for it to be, this one will work then. I'm trying to go for this whole rectangle feel, so put this here because then my 250K is right there in that middle. And I'm like, I love that for me. Right? 250K, that makes sense right there. Right? So one of the other things that of course I'm looking to do is lose 150 pounds. And I know some people might see this and be like, that's a lot of weight. Listen, I promise you that the fat shamers can't wait to be like, you should lose more. But let's go ahead and add our effect here as well. And this one I feel like should be in green. Let's get that in some green. Let's put our money color up in here, right? I don't know if I love that green, but let's, right? I was just listening to Biggie Smalls one of my favorite artists, and he was like, my couch is money green. I was like, yes. Okay, so in my opinion, when I think of like health, I think of like the color orange or blue. So I'm going to go with this blue for losing 150 pounds. Let's get our effects. We're just going to go ahead and add very similar to here, to the white behind this 250K. I wonder what that looked like. I'm doing it. Yeah, I like that better. Let's do that with this one as well. Yes, that's giving us what we want. I love this for us. Okay. So losing 250 pounds, what does that look like for me? Visually speaking, running. Let me be specific. Oh, yes, this girl right here. Just checking to see if there is a picture that makes me feel. So here we've got losing 150 pounds. Let's see. Healthy. Just feeling like way more healthy. I like this one because I am actually battling being predisposed to some things genetically that this will help with. I definitely feel like I'll have a greater sense of freedom. This makes me feel free right here. And the reason why I say that is because, like, if you've ever been plus size and had to travel, it really is not my favorite thing in the world. So that is definitely something that I'm really looking forward to changing, having that freedom that comes along with that, and flexibility. Flexible, like physically flexible and like agile. And for me, this is like what losing that 150 pounds will kind of give me. So putting that over there. I'm also going to do this with, let's see, consulting my imagery. I am going to list out some affirmations that I would like to include in here, which I feel like people need affirmations, right? But specifically, I want the affirmations from "You are a badass at making money." So I'm looking at, here's one of the things I loved, and I'm going to add in some quotes as well. Let's see. And this quote, I love this one. It is, "You can have excuses or you can have success. You can't have both." So you can have excuses or you can can't have both. I love that. Let's bring this down here. And I don't know where that's going to live right now. I just wanted to put that on here. Let's take a look at this. And so I'm looking to specifically, I'm specifically looking for these. The reason why is because I love these affirmations because they really reframe like your relationship with money. So let's go ahead and add these. And I've just copied these from my phone. And what I really loved about, and I'm still reading it, I'm about to finish it, but what I really love about this is that I feel like a lot of times we're told that we shouldn't love money, that it makes us look bad, or it's like, you know, that just because we live in a capitalistic society, we should not, we shouldn't really benefit from said capital. And I don't feel like that's correct, you know? Okay, so it did not paste. I don't like that. And I really like the way that she kind of forces us to rethink this relationship with money and redevelop it. You know, I feel like many of us are at this phase of life where we're kind of like doing some reparenting, where we are, I'm going to have to open up my notes app, but you know, we're reparenting ourselves, we're reinvestigating or redoing some of the relationships that we've created. We are looking at things a little bit differently, and with a more with a level of higher scrutiny, which I'm loving. So let's copy that. Let's go back to Canva and let's paste in here. There we go. And then let's go ahead and just make this way smaller. And I want this to be on here because every time I see this, I want to be reminded to say these affirmations, so that way I can be that much more intentional again about what it is I'm working to manifest. So I'm going to put this obviously close to my money. And I think I'm also going to do some like weight loss manifestations as well. One of the things that I love to see is like all the people who be out here losing weight and like having faith in themselves that they can do this, right? Like they will do these before shots where they are like singing the song and they have so much faith in themselves that they're going to be able to finish the song by the end of the year. And I'm just like, you know what? I need to have that unwavering faith in myself as well, because y'all, I deserve that shit too. So we're going to outline this in this black because I like how that is showing up. Like, I like that. I don't like having to cover up this beautiful background. So we've got our manifestations on here. All right, so let's review some more of our things that we're manifesting in 2024. Let's see, better communication. So let's go ahead and add that. And it's more about clear and consistent No, that's not really what I'm saying. I think I might need to marinate on that. I don't know if that needs to be in words. Let's take a look at this, and let's go to 0 inbox. Because that's what I need. Whether that is on the phone, whether that is in my inboxes, I'd like to be better about that. Let's see. I'm like, one email, that's fine, but oh, I like that debt equals 0%. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see. No unread messages. Let's see what that brings us. Oh, I kind of like this pink situation. That's cute. I like this one. And I like this because I am going to crop this closer. But I really like this because, one, it's pink and it's cute. But also it encompasses everything, because I'm bad at checking messages and responding to messages. And this makes clear sense for me. So I'm going to put that up here. Let's see. I left my notebook upstairs that I was working with. Let's see. Oh, I want to do more coaching. Let's see. So I'm going to see about, let's see. I'd like to manifest more coaching clients. So let's see. Trying to see what visually this looks like for me. Because I would like to coach. I coach specifically creatives. So I feel like this one right here, I like this. I'm going to go ahead and edit this photo. I want to remove my background. That looks good. I'm going to just go ahead and minimize this. Put this down here. Make it a little bit smaller. I don't know how many more images that we've got over here. Now I'm like, I wonder, let me see. Let's remove this background too. Yeah, that's cute. And then let's see about adding a shadow, an outline, and white. Oh, that's cute. Let's make it a little bit smaller though. Perfect. Okay, so we've got that. Let's see. I'm going to manifest structure in my life. Oh, I like this. We're going to go with this. Let's go ahead and remove this background as well. Y'all, the background remover on Canva, definitely my favorite. And again, we're going to make it smaller. Discipline. Let's see, a graphic for discipline. Oh, yes. I love this one here. This is exactly what I'm thinking of. Again, let's put that to white here. Let's see what they have as far as structure with their graphics versus their images. I actually feel like discipline is enough. We don't even need that one. Okay. So we've got, now my discipline will lead to being able to lose 150 pounds. But let me look for some, I really like this quote here. So let's go ahead and add the effect of that. I'm going to change the font to be a little script situation. Oh, let's see. What does that fabric look like? I don't quite love that. Let's see. I like this, but I feel like it's going to be hard to read. So let's see if we can just make it bigger. Let's take down this line spacing for sure. And then throw some effects on here. Let's make that thickness a little bit smaller. And maybe the color. In case you can't tell, I like pinks and blushes and stuff like that. Now I wonder if my outline should be... No, that blends in too much. Ooh. Okay, this one. Do like that. We can throw a little situation like that there. Love that for us. Okay. I want to read more books. So by the end of 2024, I would have read 25 books. Let's see if we can get 25 books. Perfect. Oh, this one is so cute. Look at this. Reading. Love this for us. Also, we're going to outline this one. Let's see. Shadows. Outline with this white. So cute. And I think that's perfect. And then I am manifesting routines. I feel like routines are really crucial. Yeah, I'm loving these graphics. These graphics are giving me life. Yes, this is what we're talking about here. Look at this routine. Sometimes I feel like with manifestation boards or even vision boards, we feel like we have to have them filled with, dare I say, clutter. And I don't necessarily want that. Let's see. Like, I don't want, not that I don't want there to be a lot on here, but I feel like a lot of times we can get so caught up in having things look a certain way. Permissions, okay. That we end up making it harder for ourselves. Say, I don't think I can do a little outline with it. Okay, that's fine. I do kind of wish that I could though. Let's see, let me make it a little smaller for sure. Can't believe that. Duotone color mix. Liquify, you may also like. I don't understand, why can't I hit it with a shadow? Shadow, why can't I find it? Okay, all right, cool. Got it. We won't make a big stink of it. But we can't do that color without the outline. So I do like this color, but that blends in too well. So does that. I like that color. We're looking for contrast, people, contrast. Apparently, I don't have any contrasting colors that are readily available and still in line with the color scheme. Oh, that works. I like this green. But do I? I feel like it's like too like. We can go with this light blue. Okay. Okay. I'm liking the way this feels. I do feel like we should just visually that this, let's group it together, make it a little bit easier to move. Let's flip this and then move this over here and then move this to this area to balance that out. Okay. So what I'm looking for now is kind of like being more intentional. Like moving with intention through the world, sewing with intention, having more intention, period. I think we're just going to go for the text with that. Let's do no. Okay. So I like this move with intention. Let's change the font. Oh, I like this kind of. Let's see. Let's just keep going. Oh, I like this olive air base. Do I? I don't. I do kind of like that. Okay, I like this. Let's decide on our color. I feel like we need to have a little bit more yellow. And then, of course, hitting this with a little outline stitch. Oh, I kind of like that color they chose, but not going to use it. Definitely going to use this hot pink because why not? And then I want this to be like this, and then I'm going to move it to have it flush to the left. Did not mean to do that. And then we'll just make that nice and big. Okay, I love this. All right, I actually think that this is it. This for me is enough because next year I am manifesting the two big things that I'm looking to manifest next year are better communication, meaning that I'm actually answering my texts on time, emails on time, that sort of thing. Manifesting a minimum of $250,000, losing 150 pounds. And I'm committing to reading the 25 books as well as getting more coaching clients. Those are high level goals for me. And those are all related, honestly. And so I'm feeling really good about this. Now I'm going to just go ahead and download this. I'm going to download it as not a PDF. I'm going to download it as a PNG. The reason why I'm going to do it as PNG is because PNG can typically, the graphics are just better for printing. So I'm going to go ahead and just download that, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it to Walgreens, have it printed out, and end up picking it up. One of the things that I plan on doing daily, as far as a routine goes, I am going to be saying these here affirmations, the I love money because I love living an awesome life, blah, 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 every single day. I plan on journaling 5 minutes in the morning, but focusing more on gratitude. So yeah. So now that I've done that, now if you're like, how do I go ahead and have Canva print it? You can always go under print with Canva. And this would be like a poster. And so you could do a poster just like that. So you can do it that way as well. All right, friends, and that is it. Some things to consider as you're planning out your manifestation board are the visuals, of course. Like, visually speaking, what do you want it to look like? Are you in for like a more cluttered look? Do you want it to be clean? Do you want it to be colorful? Do you want it to just be simple? So make sure that the design aesthetic that you want, you have already planned out. The next thing that you want to make sure that you're being very conscious about is that this is literally about manifesting these things. So it does not have to be overrun with a bunch of different goals or a bunch of like pictures, a bunch of different visions. I always felt like with my visions my vision boards that I planned, that I had to fill up the board space. You don't have to fill up the board space. Just as a note. And then when it comes time for printing, again, like places like Walgreens, CVS, Target, they all have printing services that around this time of year are typically having their holiday sales. Now, one of the big things that you do want to make sure that you're being mindful of and leaving space for is actually doing the things that you said that you want to do. In our store, we actually sell a productivity planner. It's called a project planner, where it allows you to break down the things that your goals or the things that you would like to create or your projects. And you can do high level where you're brainstorming about them. Then you break them down by month. Then you break them down by week. Then you break them down by day. And so we do sell that. I will definitely make sure that I include the link for that here. It's something that has helped me like launch my podcast. It has helped me plan out my sewing like classes and things like that when I was teaching at Sew Expo. In fact, I am using it again because I'm teaching again in 2024. So creating this and being creative with it is always really fun. It can create something beautiful. But the most important thing that you want to do is make sure that you have created a plan to help you achieve that. So again, planners help. Accountability partners help. Doing something like this can help because this is something that you guys can follow back up with me on. But yeah, so I hope that this was helpful. And again, this is the last day of Vlogmas. So if you have tuned into every day that I have created content, thank you so very much. I have really appreciated the views. I really appreciate the comments. I have appreciated so much of you all showing up for me, because when I started this out, I was like, who are gonna be there? Like who's going to show up? So the people who have shown up, again, I really appreciate you. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Make sure that you have subscribed, you like, you comment, because I do comment back. And with that, I will see you all next year.